Welcome back, my fellow designer bag addicts, and today I come to you with some sad news. Chanel has kindly decided to hike their prices up again, ready to kickstart 2021 off, as if we haven't already been through enough in 2020. Okay, so I have now pulled the stats and we can review the damage. If you would like to go through any of these numbers in your own time or also look at the 2020 price increase, I'll pop a link up here and down below, but I document Chanel and Louis Vuitton price increases on the Handbagaholic blog, so you can have a look at them at any time, and I will put all future price increases on there as well, so we can keep tabs on what exactly they are increasing the price of. Let's take a look at the numbers. The January Chanel 2021 price increase for the UK and US. This is the Handbagaholic blog, which I will link to down below, which explains a little bit about why Chanel increased their prices on a regular basis. So we're going to start with the UK. And first we have the Chanel boy bag. We have the small, medium and large. The small and medium, which we know are the most popular sizes of the boy bag, have gone up around 4%, £160, £180. The large Chanel boy has not gone up, but this is not a very particularly popular size because it is quite big. Now onto the classic flap, which has been affected. This was hugely affected in the last price increase and has gone up on average around 5% again. So you were looking at £6,500 now for a maxi classic flap. £6,050 for a large, £5,550 for the kind of mid-range here, the medium, and then the small and the mini have gone up as well. The biggest increases with the maxi to be expected at 5%. Now we'll move on to the 2.55 reissue bag. This was hugely affected in the June 2020 price increase. Again, very similar to the classic flap, we have gone up across around 5% across the board here. You know, just between £250 and £300 increase. Next, we'll move on to the top handle. And this is quite interesting because here in the UK, it has gone up, let's say on average, around 6%. It remained unaffected in the last price increase. And in the US, I'll show you those numbers in a second, they haven't increased either. So this is quite a big increase for the UK. And personally, I'm not too sure on the top handle bag. I'm just not sure about the top handle, basically. But the prices are quite cheap compared to bags like the classic flap. So I feel like Chanel are trying to bring it more in line with some of the other styles. Now, as we know, the 19 bag has been very popular. This remained unaffected in the last price increase, but as it's gaining popularity, especially the smaller sizes, we can see an increase here of 5% and 4% on the two larger size 19 bags. Now onto the Chanel Deville. Again, this is gaining popularity as a bag. This is not a direct comparison because it's quite hard to get two of the exact same shopper totes or Deville bags here. So two quite similar ones from last season and one this season. We've seen a huge increase of £1,000. Again, the prices can vary quite wildly with the Deville bag depending on what material it's made from and what the colourways are. But I do feel like in general, the Deville is just generally now pushing more towards £3,000 to £4,000. I'm missing a few numbers here, so I need to add them in. If anyone has them on what the wallet on chains were prior to the increase, please let me know. Now moving on to the US numbers. So again, quite similar here. We have a small increase on the large boy bag of 2% and then 6% on the small and medium sizes here. You're now looking at, you can get the small just under $5,000 now, but after the next price increase, I'm confident you won't be able to get a Chanel boy bag under $5,000. Onto the classic flaps. Between 4 and 5%. The small classic flap, quite a big percentage increase here at 7%. Quite a popular size, the small is. So $400 increase. Mini 5%. Now moving on to the 2.55 reissue bag. Between 5 and 4%, so probably around 4% across the board here. Very similar prices to the classic flap, if not slightly more expensive actually. You've got $8,000. Yeah, $8,000 for the maxi classic flap and $8,000 for the 2.55 maxi. So both the same there. Now onto the top handles. As I mentioned earlier, this hasn't been affected in the US price increase, so they've gone up 0%, but they have gone up in the UK, so that's quite interesting. But the 19 flap bag has been affected more in the US. So we've got 10% on the small, 9% on the large, and 7% on the maxi. So these must be proving popular in the US with such big price increases of $500 on both of those bags there. Again, another big increase on the DeVille Shopper Tote bag, but that can vary depending on the style. And yeah, missing these prices again. So just in summary of the 2021 January price increase for Chanel, the bags most affected in the UK are the top handle bag because we didn't see an increase last year, the classic flaps at 5% and the 2.55 reissue at 5%, followed by the smaller boy bags at 4%. In the US, however, the bags that have been most affected is the new 19 at 9% across the board, classic flaps are around 6%, and the smaller boy bags at 6% as well. So the US has been slightly worse hit with this price increase in terms of a percentage increase. It was nearly, basically 5% in the US, whereas in the UK it was more about 4.6%. But this will probably average itself out if you consider the exchange rate of the US and the UK. Most affected overall, the Chanel 19 bag, that's gaining popularity, the classic flap as always, and the smaller Chanel boy bags. You can read more information on how often Chanel increase their prices and how to beat the Chanel price increase on the Handbagaholic blog. It looks like Chanel have done a very similar thing to Louis Vuitton. They are targeting the most popular bags. In Chanel's case, the classic bags, the classic flap, Chanel 19, the Chanel boy bag. If you are looking to purchase a Chanel bag, my advice would be they're never going to be cheaper than what they are today. So you just kind of have to take the plunge if you want to buy one brand new. I do think there are some incredible savings to be had on the pre-loved market, but you have to be incredibly careful when buying anything pre-loved that is Chanel, because there are a lot of super fakes out there. If you are planning to buy pre-loved, something I personally love to do, always get your bag authenticated by a professional authentication service. I'll link to the best ones that I trust up here, and there's also a price guide on that. So when you get the bag, you take some photos, send them off, get a professional to check them, and they will tell you whether they think the bag is authentic or not. Now, because you are still watching this video, I know you are a fellow designer bag addict, so I'm going to share a fun fact with you. So today's fun fact is that out of all the Chanel bags that are available to purchase, I do actually have a favourite, and she's been sat here the whole time. I love the Chanel boy bag. I haven't actually seen a Chanel 19 in person yet, so I am looking forward to what they look like in real life. But there's something about the Chanel boy bag. I know they're quite popular and you do see a lot around now, especially fakes, because it's quite a simple bag. But there's just something really beautiful about the Chanel boy bag. What is your favourite Chanel bag? Let me know in the comment box down below. Thank you so much for watching this video, but make sure you don't go anywhere, because in my next video, which I will link here and down below for you, I am going to be revealing what I think are the best investment designer bag brands and bag styles. So make sure you watch that video coming up next.